Mhuri yeZimbabwe kusangana kwatiri kuita zvakare ipo pano paZim update apo patinoda kupa mafirst hand update anonga ari kuitika munyika yedu yeZimbabwe. So according to our sources tine mashoko etiri kutambira ari kubva kunana Comrade Soko vari kutaura iwo kutoti no kubva musi wa9 kusvika musi wa11 kuchange kuchitenderera mota dzemilitary chinova chiricho chiratidzo chinoratidza kuti vamunangagwa vari kuvhunduka kukuru sort of like kana uri dictator mhuri yeZimbabwe pazvinhu zvese unenge uchingotya pazvinhu zvese unenge uchingotya ndosaka muri kuona that constitution amendment bill number 3 waitongotya waingodzengesa zvinhu kutoti zvinhu zvavo zvinge zvichibudirira so tiri kuona zvinhu hazvina kumira zvakanaka sort of like ikubo ndomutangira wakaita kubo tiri kuona kuti kune maarmy generals maretired macurrent army generals vari kungonzi waretire with immediately effect then aretire ubvanzi enda kunoita ambassador kutoti especially vanhu vari aligned navice president Constantino Chiwenga ndo vari kuitwa zvinhu izvozvo so tine chirongwa chatinacho pano mhuri yeZimbabwe chatinofamba nacho chiri kunzi takarasika sei sevana venyika yeZimbabwe vari kutaura nenhaurwa yekuti sort of like vamunangagwa havachadi mapolitical parties muno munyika yeZimbabwe kutoti dynasty yavo inge ichinyatsa kubudirira inge ichinyatsa kuenda mberi ndo zvavari kuronga so tisingazive kuti nhauwa yacho ichaperera kuberekedzeti vanhu vachitaura.
People have been turning chiefs, but that's nothing to you because there's no political party. Chiefs are kushandwa nevanhu. Chiefs are coming across the world to meet you. Amuyende. Because it's not Chiwenga. It's not pulpit statements. Pictures are not posted. Vana vachiposta mapicture to kukuratidza simbisa that thing amude. You want to talk about things that are not seen, things that are just abstract. Watch the things. We talk all the time. Social media iri pano, live following Nick Mangwana. Live it. Learn your community. Know who is where. Amude.
Yeah, learn your values.
You don't want. So how will we do a movement? You are not looking. How will you get a trigger moment? You are terrorizing Nick Mangwana. How will it happen? If you are not looking in your community, you are looking in ZANU. Every day you are reading ZANU posts, you are reading publish from Zimbabwe. You are not listening.
True.
This morning,
so you might as well join
ZANU says. What is said in our community? Amude.
No,
so
don't say that.
Fizzle out, vanoneta. People say, the train was moving. But you know, kuira the train, you're over there.
Masi, you know, the problem with the Zimbabweans, one is lack of confidence in whatever they do. And also underestimating their power. To say, you know, if we say this, if we stick to it, die. If you can see, do you know right now, I want to give you an example that is lively, that has happened in 2025. Do you know that when Geza came out, a lot of people had to look at his status win that can give you a trigger moment so that you can start your rebellion.
They're checking the credibility.
Not credibility as such. It was not about credibility. It's about this is our launch pad that we can all of us use to make effect to whatever we want. I can even tell you to say, you know, in these revelations some of us we were doing, you can see that in one way or the other it inspires people, but at the same time there are some people who start to question, to say, oh, but who is champion? Oh, who is when? Who is when? No, guys, when we wanted to dealing with resistance, let's look at moments that can give us launch pads, that can give us a wiggle room to go out there and do our stuff. Most of the people here, I want you to know, most of the people here, they believe that if they can decampaign you, yourself will agree that indeed I am useless. And this is a tactic that was mastered by ZANU, right? It is a tactic that was mastered by ZANU to say, you know what? If you want to discourage people from doing anything, decampaign anything that is being done, right? And the people would follow that. I want to give another example. If you would ask yourself anything about either structures, the issue is not about structures. The issue is about decampaigning, hidden in structures, so that you can agree with what the narrative ZANU wants to talk about. And a lot of people have subscribed to that. Right now, people will tell you, no, CCC was destroyed because of lack of structures. Okay, let's go back to Zoom. Let's go back to Zapo. Zapo had structures. It had a military, it had everything. But that's why sometimes when I come here, I tell people each and every time to say, guys, the time of Zapo, people were blind, and some people, they come and argue to me and say, no. People were not blind. They were blind, and the people were tired from the war of liberation. So when ZANU, no, it's the fight between ZANU and ZAPU. It was not the fight of ZANU and ZAPU. It was the issue of saying, Tina, we need what is called a one-party state. Where can we do whatever we want? So if people want to do everything, study the past, use it to learn and predict moments. Right now, it's not even difficult for you to predict what ZANU is up to. Right?
No, it's not.
Even if you go back to what you have written, that ZANU-PF this and that, Cable 3 on its own is trying to tell you that we want to go to one-party state where we can do whatever we want. But right now, people are not ready to discuss that nonsense. I can tell you myself, you don't even need a forecasting tools. The only thing that you want to know, you would want to talk about, just go and read about Joshua Ngomu, Zapu, and everything. It tells you the true DNA of ZANU-PF. And some of the chief architect of Gukurahundi was Emerson Mnangagwa. So you should be able just to pick up one thing and run away with it. You don't even need to talk about, okay, who is Mnangagwa? Mnangagwa never won an election that is free, fair. And it's so two things that Mnangagwa is scared of. One, it's people's revolt through protest. Two, it's real elections where there are no barred, no captured institution whatsoever. If you bring that to Mnangagwa will be dead by tomorrow or by the next second. It is upon us to realize.
Yeah, so Umbono.
Umbono,
the problem is we are surrounded by punkies and sand flies.
Signoro, leave this thing of
that's another one.
No, Marcy has been very respectful, actually. Hold on.
I only want.
We are surrounded by punkies and sand flies.
Hold on, Signora. Hold on. Champion is speaking, and I want him to finish his submission. Go ahead, Champion.
You know, so it's up to us to realize, to have, you know, sometimes I know we talk about school. You need people who can predict What do you want to achieve? When do you want to achieve? When do you want to do it? How? Because in each and every, let me give you this saying that Karl Marx said. Karl Marx said, capitalism is an inherent seed of destruction. What does that tells you? And I'm not talking about capitalism. I'm not each and every, let me say, each and every economic system has got its inherent a seed of destruction. Meaning to say, each and everything that is happening on this earth has got inherent way or inherent path for it to be distracted, to be destroyed anyhow. So the problem that we all have to look at is to say, even absolute power on its own has got weaknesses. How? Because you see it through arrogance of leaders. And it is that moment that we should use to say, oh, okay, you see now they're arrogant. So when I want to give you another example and another even speech, let me say a bit of a speech to say, when Nangabo was saying, I'm not scared of anyone, but he is forgetting that when he heard that there was a message from John Doe, he did not go to Victoria Falls to address people, right? Time around, he did not even go as well to Bulawayo to address that nonsense that he wanted to address. So he is scared. He is one of those cowards. And if you, I don't know if you read about Plato to say dictators are cowards, you would get me right. Why I'm saying this? Because dictators, to show you that they are cowards, they are scared of institutions that they create and preside over. If those institutions can even say, oh, tomorrow you will find someone dead. Not he is not going to die because of BP or whatsoever, because of shock. So it is us who need to realize where to get it right. I'm telling you, if you want to get it right, do you know that Mugabe died when he was removed? The day removed from power, that is the day when Mugabe died. What was left was for him just to physically die. Why? Because if you listen to one of his interviews where he said, I would not even celebrate people who put me in this situation. What is he telling you? He died a bitter because already that day is the day that he died. Right? The rest was history. So even right now, like what I've said before, Mnangagwa fired him. How do we deal with him? Because he already fired himself. You can't put a law that is illegal. You can't put a law that was not approved by anyone. You can't approve a law for yourself.
He has technically fired himself. That is correct.
Yes, he already fired himself. He has removed himself. Do you know that he removed himself when he declared UDI? Mnangagwa fired himself when he signed this nonsense KBC into act. So that is the end. I know, right now it's about narrow. 1, 2. It's about us not realizing what should we do.
Because they wouldn't be fighting, right? They wouldn't be fighting if he hadn't fight himself already. I agree.
Yes. Right now, look at what he's trying to do. Is in each and every corner, in every avenue that is given to speak, he's talking about all these other things. Why? Because he's trying to instill fear so that he keeps that thing untouchable. But what is happening?
He's losing grip. He's losing grip on power.
Yes.
Because if he had a grip on power, he wouldn't be fighting it. But he doesn't have. Go ahead, champion.
I'm sorry, my network started to jump. So
no,
it's okay. What I can say is that myself, I support what Mr. was saying. And I really want people to realize one thing. You don't need to come to a space in order to institute the restoration of your rights. You don't need to you don't even need to tell anyone. What you need to do is just say, guys, this is the moment, let's go. and you deal with it. The only problem that Zimbabwe has got right now is fear. And it is that fear that is keeping us far away from what we should do.
But this
And
is
low self
why
esteem.
this is why, champion, right? We should come on the space, right? So that we dismantle that fear.
All right. When you come to spaces, here's the thing that is being happening. Do you know that a space is addictive? Have you noticed that?
I mean, all technology is addictive. Yes.
No,
There's there's
besides
dopamine that comes with it. Yes.
besides that, I want you to understand this, to say right now, or we were talking about champion. The next, or let me say, the moment you put a topic about champion, you will be attracted to say, no, I want to hear what is it about champion, right? And you even postpone everything that you wanted to do because of these spaces. So it is another thing that you have to know, that the moment you come to spaces, people are now discussing about, even, let me say, your strengths, your weaknesses of what you want to achieve. What normally happens is that you come out and start to defend, and the moment you defend, you're distracting yourself. So what are these guys from a nonsense and ruining party do? They introduce narratives that you fight and concentrate there on fighting that nonsense, instead of you going to the ground and do what is you are supposed to do. So with that, I thank you, and I am still saying I support what Marcel said. Anyone who speak is what on, I don't problem. It's a matter of discussion, but we should be able to like predict the moments where we can launch our resistance, other than all these things that we're trying to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, champion. You have to know that what we're doing is not in isolation, right? What we're doing is not in isolation. We're doing a good thing currently, and we're gonna continue doing it because it's important for the masses. So it's not in isolation.
Very much
It
so.
might look like it's an
It's very
it
important.
might look like it's in isolation, but it's not. Trust me, it's not.
Yeah, let me say my piece, whether we like it or not. The $1 million question is repeating the broken records comes now and again. Umbono, the question is, where is the problem? We are surrounded by maggots, sand flies, monkeys. That's the issue, and it's part of the theme, authoritarian. But the methodology and the instruments to pick them out. This is the beginning. We need to understand that. If we don't understand that or believe and we remain in denial, to try, but anyway, I'm hopeful that one day is one day. You don't need 1,000 people. 2, 3, 4 young boys and girls, they are reading between the lines. This old wood, us, me, and also I included. Amongst us, Mune Moons, one Mundo, whether we like it or not. Then if it's not the case, our definition of authoritarian is misplaced. Because if we talk, and tomorrow come back here, somebody reminds us the same thing and ask questions, why? And not to get to a point, okay, where is the problem? If you don't want to identify the problem, if you remain in denial, watch press for details. Heads are already rolling. As not tangas panas matters. But I'm very hopeful. Not me, the young people, Banyangura. And victory certainly kana tiri vapenzi chabvunza papa taite, listen to me and listen to me good. Thank you for the space, host.
You're welcome. Imibono.
No, me, I wanted to say, Nkomo said a statement about the young people who save us. he was not speaking in terms of age. Yekuti the youth. Nkomo is an old guy. He considers the new Zimbabwe the young people.
Hey, Marcy,
You,
can I tell you a secret?
the people who've got free. Do you
Marcy,
know
can I
why
tell
he
you a
said that
secret?
statement?
Can I tell you a secret?
Uh,
I actually was it last year? I actually, cause Joshua Nkomo's grandson came to my house last year, and we spent Christmas with him.
hmm.
Mm.
So I always say to people, when we read our history, we need to really stop becoming literal.
Must you need to pinky square not to tell people that secret, okay?
Yeah, you do need to pinky swear on
I
that
won't
one.
tell, I promise. So Nkomo is old, guys. So if
Oh,
you read
by
this,
the way, I forgot to mention the young guy looks like Joshua Nkomo.
so I'm giving you this context so to help you understand. Language moves over time, guys. Do you know that the way we speak is different to how people spoke 60 years ago? We're using the same language, but there are different little tones that have changed and meanings. You do know that, right? So Nkomo is old. So it's funny, like when I was reading his book and he describes going to school akafeka nembe. Is that what you call it? Ipechu.
Ibechu.
What do you Ipechu in Shona? What is it called?
I have no idea.
Nembe.
Yes.
Nembe.
Asina my shoes. Starting to go to school. Nkomo is the generation that saw electrification.
Mercy, I just want to correct those ones who are saying name. I think the right word that was used longer time ago is called Maringa, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, ukutaura Shona
So
yasingaziva.
Imi munoti bwe moti Zimbabwe zvasiyana hatingaiti nharo nekuti bwe.
Yeah, so he's at the turning point of generations. You have to understand, he's at the turning point of generations. So he's at the last age of vanhu vaifeka like that, very traditional ways of living, those type of things. But they've got some modernity to their time, but they still have. So even when you read this book and it tells you first like globe, malite, globe. Kwatiri is very normal, isn't it? Even they would go to see it because so I'm giving you the era of where it comes
so
from.
tempted to tell you another secret.
Wait. So, and you have to then capture the other thing that he is. He's also at the cutting edge of nationalism, forming the country. No, let me use the right terminology. Ndikati country, you think geography. Geography yagara irimo. That geography we are on yagara irimo from time kutanga kwekuitwa the world. Have you read our history, how we became? Read that, it's there. One thing Zimbabwe, in its one of its official website, it gives the history, our conception of his kugadzirwa kweearth, munhu, mvura and stuff like that in our mythology. So Nkomo is at the edge of creating nationalism. This is the building of a nation of people. Imagine that, Urimun, forming groups of people into a nation. So that's the old. You get it? That is the old. So they form the nation. Nation is the vanhu, isu vana vevu. And it. Then they